So you know you're a gardener when you rearrange plants like most people rearrange furniture. So that's the order of today, is to rearrange some of this and get it back into shape. Last weekend I tackled the tomatoes. I replaced my asparagus. I always say asparagus from this pot, and started some beets, which I'm very excited to see. I'm getting sprouts. So I think I probably overplanted these just a little bit, but trying to maximize that space. And again, pasta gardening, just trying a bunch of stuff, throwing against the wall, seeing what sticks. So I have some golden beets here and a couple different types of red beets. And I rearranged some strawberries because I went to pick them up and broke the pot. Yeah, so I'm going to do something with that. A little bit of chaos going here. A little bit of chaos going here. This is a project for next weekend. This is the first time I've tried any brassicas. So I have some Brussels sprouts here. Brussels sprouts, some broccoli, and some kale, which I will be giving up on. There's a lot of pest pressure. So one of the things I'm going to reorganize for next week is putting in some of these trap crops. So I started these calendulas last year. I'm going to get a little love. So I will be transplanting them. I got to start on a couple of them here, and I will be putting them in those pockets. Don't you, the little stepping stone or step stool? I need that in order to tie up the tomatoes, which I did last week. So that's why that's out here. So I'm going to put some trap crops in here. I'm going to put the calendula, and then I'm also going to tuck in some nasturtium seeds, and hopefully with doing mechanical, basically blasting off the aphids. Like, there's little guys doing a little party there. You're not welcome here, dudes. You will be dealt with tomorrow. Blasting those off with some water, and then right now I'm treating with neem oil. So hopefully with the staying on top of it every day or every couple of days, and then with the trap crops, hopefully I actually will get a harvest this year. That would be very exciting, very exciting. So this is going to be quite a project for a rainy day. Eventually I am going to build another one of these raised beds. This was actually modified from a kit that I bought. So I have a ton of this white kind of lumber, these things here, that I will be building another one here. And I have another one of these lovely arbors. So the goal is to, by beginning of May, hopefully by the end of April, is to replicate this guy right here. So getting back to, you know, you're a gardener when you rearrange your plants like most people rearrange their furniture. So today, in between the raindrops, because it's supposed to be just overcast, but I'm getting sprinkled on, and that is fine. Best kind of weather to garden in is overcast, in my opinion. So the goal today is actually to take this one out. This gardenia has been here. This is actually the last original plant I had in my garden when I bought it, this condo. This used to be filled with camellias. I'm not a fan of the camellias. They're gorgeous. Not my fave. But I do like the gardenia because of the scent. This one branch is crossing over, and I need this space in order to shift this guy, this kissing bench, which is going to become an herb garden. It started to become an herb garden last summer, but I'm going to finalize that. I'm going to leave this one in because there is a nest, which is very exciting. Let me get a better look on it. So there's a bird's nest in there, which is quite exciting, and I'm hoping I get some renters. I don't charge rent. I'm very good landlord that way. So all the birdies come. And then the other thing I did last weekend was start some spinach seeds, which I'm hoping start to take off without the intrusion of the squirrels, which This is another thing I did last weekend. Some people have scarecrows. I have scare squirrels. So hoping that this little mobile keeps them from digging. And it looks like it's actually doing that. When they jump on here, it makes some noise and is doing its job. And I think that's enough. And we just need to get after it. And yeah, because it's kind of turning into a hoarder's nightmare. So let's get after it. All right, getting there. Moved some of the plants, reorganized. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to put in the front. So that's staged over here. Okay, now let's get after that guy. I have a saw that I'm going to cut at the base, and that's going to have to be good enough for government work for now. So let's get after it. Well, there's no going back now. Didn't do the prettiest of the job. We did the done is better than perfect. There was another one we had lopped off earlier, hoping to spur new growth, but it never did. This has been, I moved in here. I bought my condo about 20 years ago. So this is probably 30 years old. I know, don't come at me. I'm keeping part of it. So we will save part of it. But yeah, but I just love how this has opened up so much space. And now I can kind of put these pots back and also try and see if I can move that pomegranate, which has been planted there for years and years. I'm sure it's blown through its pot and there's a big taproot, but my goal, my ideal state, is to put that pomegranate right there, because the hummingbirds go mad for that pomegranate. And my office is right here. That is my desk right there. And I can see them, and it makes me so happy, brings me such joy. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. So there is a pretty good sized taproot in there. I think what I'm going to try and do, oh, I don't want to lose this pomegranate tree. I love it. So I think I'm going to try and break open the pot, and I have another large pot that I can transplant it in. So I'm going to very delicately try and get those tap roots as whole as I can get them, as much as I can get them. So let's get a hammer and add some persuasion to this really old pot that, again, yeah, this thing has been in here for years. So let's see. So the pot is no competitor for my little friend. That's not exactly what I wanted. Unfortunately, the taproot broke off when I was breaking apart the pot, which is broken apart. I really wanted to do this when it was dormant. That would have been the best time to do it, but you know how life works. So say a prayer. I love this tree. 10 good wishes and juju. Thank you. All right. There it is. So hopefully it has good depth. I gave it lots of good stuff, not the fruit and citrus tree fertilizer I wanted to use, which was full of moths that were having a grand old buffet. Oh well. But did give it some biotone starter, put in some more worm castings. The Dr. Earth has some worm castings in it. So hopefully it has a good amount of stuff to feed it. And also I'm hoping that since we're having rain and cool weather this week, and especially tomorrow it's supposed to rain and be overcast, that he will do just fine. And I put my favorite little hummingbird garden art in there to remind the hummingbirds that that is their tree. So now to tackle this. I purchased a fig tree because that's what I was going to put there, but then I just so love the hummingbirds. So I have this gorgeous fig tree that I got at Bay Laurel Nursery, which this one, which I'm going to put in here temporarily in this pot, just for one season till they figure out how I'm going to do this. Originally I was going to trellis it like my apricot tree over there. Yeah, and then I had second thoughts about losing this pomegranate tree. So anywho, that's the next order of business. Seriously, squirrels? This one was really buried deep in the pot. And now is the really fun part where you try and put everything back and get the chaos under control when your batteries have now completely run out. Okay, so let's take a look at the before and now the after.